It was late afternoon in Hyde Park, London. The air was crisp, autumn leaves scattered like golden confetti across the ground. Emma, a young woman in her mid-20s, sat quietly on a wooden bench staring at the small lake. She looked lost in thought, her hands wrapped around a lukewarm coffee cup. A man in his 30s, James, approached slowly. The benches around were full, except for hers. He hesitated, then spoke. "James, excuse me, is this seat taken?" Emma, glancing up softly. "No." "Go ahead." He sat down, careful to leave a polite distance. For a while, silence filled the space between them. The only sounds were birds and the gentle rustle of leaves. "James, funny, isn't it? How parks feel like a pause button in the middle of a city." "Emma, a pause button. Yes, maybe that's why I come here when things feel too fast." James looked at her, sensing something behind her words. "James, too fast or too heavy?" "Emma, both." He didn't push further, just nodded. That made her feel safe enough to continue. "Emma, I lost someone 2 weeks ago. My father. We used to sit here together. This very bench. He would tell me silly jokes and I'd pretend not to laugh." Her eyes watered, but she smiled through them. James lowered his gaze. After a moment, he whispered, "James, I'm sorry. I know what that silence feels like, when someone's voice disappears from your life." Emma turned to him, surprised. "Emma, you too?" "James, my sister. Last year, cancer. I used to come here with her on Sunday mornings. She loved feeding the ducks." The two of them sat quietly again, but this silence was different. It wasn't heavy anymore, it was shared. "Emma, strange, isn't it? How two strangers can sit on the same bench and suddenly not feel like strangers anymore." "James, maybe it's not strange at all. Maybe benches like this, they hold the memories, waiting for people like us to share them. They talked for hours about silly things, about painful things, about dreams." The sun began to set, painting the lake in shades of orange and pink. When Emma stood to leave, James reached into his coat pocket, pulled out a small notebook and handed it to her. "James, my sister used to write little notes in here. I think she would have wanted someone else to read them now. Someone who understands." Emma hesitated, then accepted it with trembling hands. She opened to the first page. The words read, "If you ever sit on our park bench alone, remember you're never really alone. Someone will always find you there." Emma looked up at James, her voice breaking. "Emma, this is your sister's handwriting?" "James, yes, and maybe she just found you." Tears rolled down Emma's cheeks, but she smiled through them. She gently placed her coffee cup on the bench. "Emma, then maybe we keep meeting here. For them. For us. James. For us." The two strangers walked out of the park together, leaving behind one empty coffee cup on the old wooden bench, no longer a place of loss, but of connection.